Good afternoon, YTPC. We're back at Emerson Southern Forged, and what a fun International Pipe Smoking Day it was. We don't often get to say thank you to the folks that have really made a difference in things, so let's start off there. Mike and Jay from the Pipe and Tamper show. If you haven't seen them on YouTube, I just did an interview. It was posted yesterday with them. Just wonderful guys, irreverent, fun. Great interview. Really enjoyed it. If you haven't been to Order the Pipe, go to Order the Pipe. I've been on with West 4 times. Just as gracious and nice a person as he can be. We've actually done 2 blends together. And it's always fantastic when we're on. He was a very early supporter. You know, when I got started, Wes had me on right away. And we've just developed a wonderful friendship. And I highly recommend checking out Wes's channel at Order of the Pipe. At Noah's house. We're going to talk about him in a minute, but just did a very nice review yesterday on Port Marion. Port Marion is not for him. It's not for everybody, but I appreciate his honest feedback. He gave it a 3-match stick on his take, which was excellent. You know, I'd much rather have people tell me exactly how it is than try to sugarcoat it and dress it up. And I really appreciate Noah for taking the time, giving his take on the blend. And I agree with his assessment that it'll be much better with age. It's Virginia's. So if you haven't been over to Parsimonious Piper's channel, please do so. He's doing a review today that he'll post probably later tonight on Sumatra Seco, which is one of the cigar leaf blends. Very excited to see how that goes. Speaking of at Noah's house, I made a blend for Noah. He wanted something that was a heavy English, almost Balkan, and I put one together. And it's coming out of the press today. So I'm very excited to show you guys the results, and we'll get an initial tin note on it, although I sometimes cheat and check the tin note while it's pressing. And I'm very excited about this one. I really liked how it looked, it smelled. It's Virginia's, a little bit of Perique, and very Latakia forward. Again, if I were going to categorize it, I would put it in the medium to heavy English. And it's just a magnificent tin note. I'm absolutely thrilled with this. It looks great. You guys can see the puck. Obviously it's dark. You can see the Virginias in it. I think this is going to be a fantastic blend. But we'll let Noah tell us, because this is his blend. So Noah, if you're watching, County Galway just went into the jar, and it'll be on its way to you directly. So that was first. And while I was on with Mike and Jay at the Pipe and Tamper, I was talking about a blend that Thomas from Tinker's Pipes had wanted me to do. It's a 3-ingredient blend. It took me a hot minute. I made several incarnations of it. I don't think I got it right. And I made a test blend last night that I really liked. And Mike says, oh, that's right in my wheelhouse. So Mike and Thomas, Trinitas, is coming to life. So let's put it together. So I'm making 6 ounces today of this, so that I get one, Mike gets one, and Thomas gets one. And we'll see how we do. So first ingredient is Latakia, because of course. And we'll see if we can't shake enough of it out. Get the measurement on it. Come on, where's my magic? What do I do with my magic spoon? There we go. Now that's the problem with tiny house living. Everything has a place when you don't put it back. There you go. Okay, so we're almost there, and we're there. So we've got the Latakia. So we'll put that in. And next up is Izmir, which is an underrated Oriental. It's not my favorite, but I like it a lot. And I had a very good batch of it that came in on the last order. I'm very happy with it. And it looks fantastic, and it smells fantastic. So let's see what we can do with that. Maybe so, maybe yes, maybe no. All right. There we go. last but not least, because this is a 3-ingredient blend, which is typically not what I do. I like them a little more nuanced, which is why I think I struggled with this one so badly, because it's only 3 ingredients. And the math matters a lot. If you get the math wrong, you can have all the right ingredients, but it won't be very good. So math counts. And that's, I've said many times before, if anybody wants the spreadsheet that I use that gives you the math, I'm happy to share it with you. I'm happy to, and we are not paying attention. I'm happy to share it with you, happy to give it to you. Absolutely. If anybody ever wants to talk about blending, all you have to do, I am easily reachable at Instagram. You can comment below, and we're going to talk about that in a second. And, oops, a little too much out. And there we go. All right. Put that in, put that away. Now let's get these all blended up and see what we've got. Now obviously this being Latakia forward, you're going to have the Latakia scent. But to do the math on this right, I really upped the Izmir in it to give it a different feel. I think the problem I had was that I was trying to over inundate it with Latakia, so it made it just basically Latakia. And those of you that have watched before, you know that I have a blend here that I make just for me. It's 70% Latakia and 30% Perique. It'll never be on the blend list. It's just not that type of, you know, it's just not interesting to anybody but me. But I like it. So, there we go. And I am using the whole leaf Perique on this one, just because I really liked, I've done about 4 pounds in the last 2 weeks, and it just has a really interesting tin note and a great moisture content to it, and I'm very happy with it. So that's why I'm using the whole leaf in this one as opposed to the Sutliff. And if you haven't seen, Jeremy Reese has got an interesting video that he posted, and I believe it's on the Smoking Pipes channel, or it's on the C&D channel, where he talks about the difference between casings and toppings. And I have to say that I agree with his definition. The definition in some of the other books that I've read is kind of the same thing, and they consider it the same thing. And Jeremy considers them to be 2 completely different things, and I agree with that. Casing is what you do to a pipe tobacco before you put it in a blend. As everybody is probably aware, or maybe they're not aware, pipe tobacco can be very alkaline. And sometimes you need something a little acidic to tone it down, to give it a better mouthfeel, to just enhance the flavor of it. Old time tobacco, they used vinegar on it, especially on Virginias, to give them obviously a different flavor. And vinegar also acts as a preservative. Never seen a pickle gone bad, have you? No. So that's where we're at. So this is an absolutely, in my eyes and my palate, I think I finally got Trinitas right. So Mike and Thomas, you're going to have to tell me. And look, just nice and dark. It just looks wonderful. I just spilled some on the counter, so my sample will be a little bit light. But I'll get this in the presses directly, and we'll see where it goes from there. I got a couple of new requests that I'm working on. A new friend of mine, Jason, had wanted a copy of number 5 Earl Grey. And as y'all that follow the channel and watch before, I'm not a big fan of aromatics because I can't smoke it with the stuff that they use to put on it. But I had an idea for it. I ordered something very specific to give it that Earl Grey flavor, and we're going to work on that. Also, for Kirk and Benjamin, Prospero, and Touchstone, I'm supposed to get the leaf in this week. Hopefully tomorrow, so I can get it shredded, maybe make a video of it on Saturday. And Kirk, Crayola is supposed to be here on Friday, so that'll probably be my first video of next week, doing your cloud fin and blend. So we're right at 10 minutes. That's where we're at. Hope you all had a great IPSD. If you haven't checked out the channels I mentioned before, please do. They have long been supporters of ESF, and I can't say thank you enough for them, enough to them, and for what they've done, and I greatly appreciate it. Thank you, and we'll see you next time.